main man, Ian. I wanted to talk about something that is pretty pertinent with this case here. This is like a high drive working dog. And a lot of times when people have a high drive dog, or a dog like an Australian Shepherd, a Doberman, German Shepherd, Border Collie, and basically some sort of hunting breed, a herding breed, some dog that was designed to be doing a lot of stuff all day. You know, the type of dog you can go hunting with and it's just going to be running around all day, or you got a ranch and the dog's running around all day. It can be hard to get these dogs to settle. It can be hard to have an off switch. And so often what we're dealing with is a dog that doesn't really have an off switch, and it just makes the owner's life living hell because they're constantly trying to exercise the dog and tell the dog to stop and tell the dog to no. And it's almost like that game of whack-a-mole. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, it used to hit these things would pop their head up, and then you'd hit them, and then another one would pop its head up, and it's kind of like that where, you know, you go, oh man, the dog's excited, okay, take him for a run, and then you take him for a run, and then 20 minutes later the dog's crying, and you're like, oh my god, quick, give him a Kong, and then you give him a Kong, and then 30 minutes later the dog's scratching at the door to go outside, and you're like, oh my god, let him outside. You let the dog outside, now the dog's outside barking at things, and it just becomes this tiresome process to constantly manage the dog. And so what I want to do today is just show you guys in one session what it means to be working the dog in a state of drive, in a state of arousal, and what it means to be working the dog and having them be calm. And so first I'm going to work with this dog in a very calm way. I'm not going to use any food. My body language is going to be calm. Everything's going to be happening very slow in a very boring fashion. And then afterwards what I'll do is I'll pull out some food, or I'll pull out a toy, and I'll get her to work in a very excited fashion, okay? So one thing to think about is which commands do I want the dog excited in, and which commands do I really want the dog to understand you should be calm in them. So the social walk, like just walking with me on a loose leash, I just want the dog calm. Down, you should be really calm. Place or go to your bed, you should be super calm. So she already put herself in a down. We'll just start there. Down, she's in a down. She's got to hold the down no matter what occurs. Now, it's important that when you have a dog that's in drive, you have to produce things that create arousal, and you need to help them understand that no matter what happens, this is never a command where there is going to be arousal happening. When we've put you into this command, you should just be calm and you should just be settled, because we're not going to release you to get this toy. And you can hear my own dog in the background. She's like, I know what that is. That means we're going to have fun. Good girl. Down. Good. You'll notice the tone of my voice. You'll notice my body language. I'm being super calm. If you start getting frustrated with these types of dogs and you're telling them to calm down or you're telling them to settle, Emma, enough. They can be confused because they're like, hey, you're telling me to calm down, but you're not calm. So it's super important that I'm explaining to the dog, hey, look, I am calm and you're calm. So I'm using calm tones, calm body language. Down. I go to put the leash up and I go to step away. The dog needs to maintain this command no matter what occurs. Let's go. Good. You'll notice I'm not praising the dog very much. I don't want to get the dog excited. If I start saying good and I start telling her she's doing great, she might get into that driven state of thinking, oh man, if I do this right, I'm going to get a reward. I need her to understand the reward is you get to feel calm, you get to feel relaxed. The reward is, if I was a person who took my dog places, you get to come places with me. The reward is you're going to get to spend more time near me. Come on, let's go. And the reward is the pressure from the leash, sit, it's going to go away. Down. And you are going to avoid the consequence of breaking the command. You're going to avoid the uncomfortable consequence that the leash could have. But there won't be any food rewards. There won't be any toy rewards. Emma, no. Place. And you can see even my own dog here. She saw me play with that toy. She's like, oh, we're going to play. I'm like, no, just go to your bed, lay down. So she went and she laid down. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good. Sit. Down. Down. I want you to pay attention to the position of her hips. Nope. Down. And the position of her head. Now, although her head's going down on the ground, and a lot of people will do this, they call it double down, or they want the dog to put their head all the way down. Even with a dog putting their head all the way down, if their hips aren't to the side, they still may not be relaxed. You have to think a herding breed, a lot of times when they're herding, they actually lay with their head directly on the ground. And it's a cue I've seen working dogs do before they work the dogs. They lay like this and they're staring, and then boom, they get up and they go and they herd the cattle or the sheep. So in this case, I want her to understand, hey, I'm not saying put your head and wait and be staring at something. I'm saying don't stare at anything. And so it's important when the dog's in this state, they're not staring at us. They're not staring at anything that is creating anticipation of a reward. So you could see, like, she's looking around, glancing around, her mouth's open. That's what I want to see. But if I was to see her starting to stare at me, I would then say, no, down. Like, you could see when I said down, she positioned her hips there. Down. No, down. With this particular dog, I think it's gotten to such an extreme case. I would be just super clear. Down is place command. There's really no difference. If I say down, you're basically in a place command, and if I say place, you're basically in a down command. I don't want you thinking that sometimes you're in a down and you're staring at me, and sometimes when you're down you're going to get a reward, but other times you're in a down and you're just supposed to go to sleep. If I ever say down, you turn your brain off. And that's just going to be super important. And also for her, like, I'm not going to really probably put you in down commands unless I'm going to have you hold it for a period of time. So let's say I'm walking down the street and I get to a corner and I stop, I might tell the dog sit. And then, okay, let's go. But down, I'm going to be very clear. Like, if I put you in a down, you're just staying in a down 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. Gus, stop. Stop digging, guys. All of this stuff, folks, is so crucial that you test the behavior. You walk away. You're not just staring at the dog the whole time. Guys, they're so smart. If I'm walking away and every time I'm walking away I'm staring at her, she knows it. You got to step over the dog like this. You got to take your hat off. Toss it. Oops, I didn't mean to hit her. Nope. Down. But it doesn't matter, guys. You're creating distractions. No. Down. Now, I don't think you're going to always be pushing the dog's hips. So people are going to, Eric, am I supposed to push the dog's hips? No, guys, you're not supposed to. But with this dog, I venture to guess, if I get the sequence properly and I go down, no, I pull on the leash, I push her, and then I say down, she's going to learn, oh, this is what he wants. He wants me just plopping. So she's doing really good right now. The camera person's just going to keep watching her. I'm going to walk away. We have placemats here. You can see their placemats are everywhere. We're not using a placemat with her, although we will use a placemat. Like I said, it's important for her at this point to understand wherever we put you in a down, it's a place command. You're going to be there, you're going to turn your brain off, and you're going to just basically fall asleep. And people are going to say, Eric, doesn't seem fair. But the reality is, guys, this dog is not going to be able to go places with her owner, and her life's becoming a living hell. Because she wants to take her dog places, but she can't because the dog sits there and cries the whole time. See a little bit of arousal with the ears. No, down. So, like I said, when you're in a down, you're not staring, you're not looking around, you're not saying anything. Now with mom, if you've gone through this a lot of times, it may take time. And you might have to master the leash pressure and the sequence. Because maybe around you, she's used to being here and staring at you and getting all excited. So I'm going to walk over, get some food now, and we will do a high excited session here. Now, initially in training these dogs, I'm probably not going to do a high exciting session and a kind of low boring session at the same time. I'm going to space it out. I'll do a really boring session. I'll put the dog away. No. Down. Now there, although her hips are technically perched, she's staring at me. I'm going to see how this affects her. I'm going to venture to guess that she's kind of back in this begging mode. Basically, she's begging now because I have food. And it's interesting, just me having food. changed her. You could see her putting herself into drive now, where she's like, yeah, what's up? No, no, down, no, down. And you could see the drive already turning on. She's like ready to go now. And this is why, like I said initially, and for moms, separate the sessions. Like, we're doing it calmly. I have no food, nothing is happening. And then we're going to have another session. And in the other session, I'll pull it out and we'll do food. But even watch here. No, down. I'm not going to reward or release her into an excited manner from this command. Break. So she's been released. She knows I have food. She's not dumb. So she's going to kind of be in drive now. She's going to be more excited and apt to do things excitedly. Let's go. Good, 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 good. Yes. She's struggling a little bit. She's like, come on, let's go, come on. Yes. So what will I reward with a high excited reward? Like a heel or a dog staying close to me? Good. Stay close. Good, 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 good. Break. And a recall. Rosie, come. Yes. Let's go. Stay close. Good, 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 good. Break. Rosie, come. Yes. Come on, let's go. What a good girl. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, pretty, very pretty, huh? Yeah, yeah. Sit. Let's go. Break. Yeah, come on. Good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, break. So what am I doing to create more enthusiasm and to make it clear to her that I want her excited? Sit. Let's go. Break. Come. Yes. I am rewarding her for being released from the command, either by saying yes and having her run over to me to get food, or sit, break, and tossing food. So I'm explaining to her, hey, look, when I have food, I'll make it interesting. I'll make it clear that I want you excited, because I'm going to move and I'm going to use a higher pitched tone in my voice. I'm going to move the food in a way too that gets you excited. Let's go, and watch me do it with the lure in my hand. Come on. Come on, let's go. Good girl, good girl. Yes, let's go. Now, if you had an Aussie or something like this, break. This would be a great time to practice teaching some tricks. Yes. Good, good. Oh, what a good girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Down. Now, although I'll still practice my downs here, down. No. Down. Let's go. I will not reward from a down. I will not toss the food from a down. I will not say yes and reward. The only thing that can come after a down is another command. Or you are released to then be calm and to not be in the down command. But I am not going to put the dog in a down like this. Down. And then say break, break, and toss food. I need her to understand, when you're calm, the only thing that can come after being calm in one of these commands is another command or more calmness. Unless you see me say playtime, or unless you see me with food, or you see me getting really excited, just expect that from a down or a place command, you're just not going to get excited ever. That's not what's going to happen. One of the ways you can fix this is you have your dog in a down, release them from the down, and just put them in a down again, and then release them again. Or you put them in a place, you release them down, let's go. Or you put them in a down and you release them to let's go. Down, let's go. I still think the down is going to have its purpose when you're walking around places. It's going to be useful, and I want her to feel happy in her down. Good. Yes, but I want her to understand that down is not a place from which you are anticipating an exciting reward. Sit. Down. Let's go. Good. 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 So watch how I build up the enthusiasm in this. Good, 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 good. Yes. Down. 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 No. Down. No. Down. And you can even see here, let's go. Good, good, good. Yes. You could even see here that when I put her in the down there, she's so excited. She's like, I don't know if I can lay down because the reward's up there. Sit. Let's go. Good girl. Good. Oh, what a good girl. Oh, what a good girl. Break. Rosie, come. Yes. Break. Come. Yes. Sit. Down. Let's go. Good. Break. And I'll end the session here, folks, and this is another thing to think about with this type of dog. Good girl, Rosie. I would suggest a cool down after these excited work sessions with her to reinforce that, hey, we did get excited for a few minutes. No, all done. You see she's trying to struggle. She's pushing on me. We're all done. We're done. We're done. We're all done. Good girl. We're all done. I can't even pet because she's just going to start getting more excited. All done, Rosie. Good girl. We're all done. So after working with her food or a gameplay session, nope. When I've gone over these commands with her, I'm going to make it a point to calm down with her afterwards for like 5 minutes. We're all done, Rosie. Good girl. We're all done. I'm going to use a very calm tone of voice, very calm petting. All done. All done. Good girl. A lot of times you'll see people, they're trying to do the cool down, they're petting the dog, they're using too much touch and voice, and it's stimulating the dog. So I'm just sitting here going, we're all done, Rosie. Good girl. We're all done. Now after these sessions, I'm either going to let her outside somewhere to potty, off leash to do her business and investigate, or I'm going to put her away and I'm going to have her settle. So like, let's say I was on a road trip or something, I might take the dog out. Hey, I'm going to work with you for a few minutes. Okay, cool, go potty now. And then get back into the car, let's go. But let's say maybe I'm at my house, I'm going to work with you for a few minutes. You've already pottied. Okay, go into your crate and let's think about what we just went over. Good girl, Rosie. Remember, as always, folks, we don't blame them, we train them. If we love them, we lead them. You can always find me online, followleadercanine.com. And you can find my poetry book on Amazon, too. Loving, Leading, and Losing, Stories from the Dogs That Trained Me. But I hope you found this video helpful, and if you're struggling with your Australian Shepherd or your working dog to get them to settle, this is the video for you guys. Good job, baby. Yeah, good girl. Okay. All done. Let's go.